What's up, YouTube? So I'm making a video about how growing up we have all these hopes and aspirations and dreams, and sometimes, a lot of the times in life, it doesn't work out that way, and we just have to move on from that and find purpose and enjoyment and happiness in other places and areas of our life. So me, sorry, I'm talking so low, my mom is asleep. So me, I wanted to be an actor, right? I wanted to be an actor. I always had dreams of not even being an A-list actor, just being a B-level actor, a C-list actor, a B-list actor, and just making like money from acting to just buy a middle class home and get my name known in Hollywood, right? That was always my dream. Not even to be a superstar or like A-list actor, none of that. Just a B-list or C-list actor. Just have a recognizable name and have certain fans, But, when I came into adulthood at like in my 20s, I just realized, trying to chase this dream of being an actor was just, it was so far-fetched and so like, just so out there, because moving to LA, I hate Los Angeles. I don't even like Los Angeles. Moving to LA and like trying to do all this and like my mental health not being in the best place it was then, and then not having no family out there. All my family is in Miami, not having any family out there, having no support, being on my own. And LA is a crazy city. It's crazy. So much stuff happens in that city. And just struggling, trying to make ends meet, pursuing acting, no support. And, I like, it's already hard as it is to make decent friends in this modern age. So being out there with no real friends, no family at all, trying to make ends meet, trying to make money, trying to have a place to live, and my mental health not being in its best place, it was just not a good decision for me, and that's why I never pursued it, And even now, I still wouldn't pursue it because it's so risky and it's dangerous, because so many people who end up going to Los Angeles end up getting hurt, getting killed, or like seeing stuff that traumatizes them, or like just being, I'm talking about just being like trying to be in the industry, or like just being like, just some people end up getting addicted to drugs, and coming home messed up, So that was just never really a plausible future for me if I wanted to be in the best health, physically and mentally, going to LA. I never liked Los Angeles. It was never like a thing for me to be like, oh, I want to go to Los Angeles as a kid. So me not really liking that environment, and I still wanted to still pursue acting, but I'm just like, it's not the best thing for me. I had to get real with myself, and I just realized, hold on, I'm trying to fix this camera. I just realized, really trying to do this and pursue this dream, like so much is at risk, and so much is like, I could literally end up dead, I could literally end up dead. It just wasn't worth it, I feel like LA is such a crazy city. It's like a crazy city, and it's like people are exposed to so much in Los Angeles. It just wasn't like, I could have went there and sorry, I'm getting my words mixed up. I could have went there and experienced some things I never experienced in Miami and end up really messed up, and I'm just glad I always stayed here. I mean, I did try to pursue it. I mean, I took some classes in Wynwood in Miami, and I took like one class, but I didn't go back because my mental health wasn't the best in my early 20s. And it's like, I just had to let go of this dream and, grow up, basically. But that would have been the most ideal thing ever, to be a C-list, B-list actor, and like really just live my life doing acting as my passion, and maybe try like become a film director or some type of independent film director, but I just had to grow up and like let go of this dream, Now I'm just trying to pursue what makes me happy. I'm trying to take up hobbies, you know. I'm really into art, you know. I'm really into drawing. I have like 2 sketchbooks. I used to love drawing from when I was a kid. I had a sketchbook as a kid in middle school, but I gave it away to my family. I used to just doodle and draw all I wanted to. Probably gonna end up taking up an art class, you know. And then I used to love, I took up guitar in school, playing guitar. I really want to get back into that passion, you know. I just want to give you guys this book, you know. Not give you guys this book. I just want to read a quote, you know. This is by F. Scott Fitzgerald, you know, The Beautiful and the Damned, and it says, "Life plays the same lovely and agonizing joke on all of us." Let me repeat it. Life plays the same lovely and agonizing joke on all of us. And ain't that's the damn truth, you know, because I feel like when we grow up as children, we're so optimistic and we have all this hope and drive and like wonder for the world. And like, it's like as you grow up, like you go through life and you just realize like, dang, like I'm not going to be able to do these certain things or accomplish my most wildest dreams because it's just not in the cards for me. I'm just not that lucky, you know. And even with me, I'm like, God, I couldn't even get like love. I couldn't even have the love life I wanted. At least this is what I was thinking about 2 days ago. I was in my bed. I'm like, dang, like I couldn't even have the love life I wanted. I was just thinking to myself, like, at least with acting, I could have really, that was in my control, and I could have really pursued it, you know, and like really put in my all and like really like build up my talent, like build up my skill for it, and like really did it, you know. But I'm just like the cards were just stacked against me. I just couldn't do it, you know. And I mean, I did take initiative. I took a class in Wynwood. I mean, that's the thing with me in my life. I've always lived my life to the fullest. I've always done what I wanted to do, but I mean, I just had to get real with myself and realize like it wasn't the best thing to do in my life, you know, and for me, mentally and physically, you know. Just sucks sometimes when you just really have those realizations like you just can't do it, you know. Yeah. I mean, I was just thinking to myself in my bed, like 2 days ago, I'm like, dang, I couldn't at least have the love life I always wanted. Like, just like saying, dang, like I couldn't even be a somewhat of a known actor either, you know. I guess we gotta make those alterations and really move things around and try to find happiness and fulfillment in other areas of life, you know, whether through hobbies or whatever we enjoy doing. That's all I wanted to say. Take care, y'all.